Published in 1964, Ishi, The Last of His Tribe is a biographical narrative by American author and anthropologist Theodora Kroeber. The book is a children's adaptation of Kroeber's 1961 work, Ishi in Two Worlds. It recounts the story from history of Ishi, the last surviving member of the Yahi people, tracing his life from boyhood in the hidden village of Tuliyani to his death in 1916. Kroeber's second husband, Alfred Lewis Kroeber, served as director of the UC Berkeley Museum of Anthropology, where Ishi came to live in 1911. Alfred Kroeber studied Ishi's culture and became his friend, while Theodora Kroeber, never having met Ishi herself, based her accounts on her husband's notes. The Yahi were the southernmost group of the Yana people living in Northern California. As reclusive hunter-gatherers, they suffered greatly from the California gold rush. Settlers and prospectors encroached on their lands, drove them from their food sources, and waged violent attacks. A series of raids by settlers and Indian hunters in the mid-1860s nearly exterminated the Yahi, who, lacking firearms, were easily overwhelmed. Ishi was born in 1861 or 1862, and the narrative begins when he is 13. He lives with his mother, elder uncle, grandparents, his girl cousin Tushi, and Tamawi, a young man from another village. Tuliyani, hidden in the foothills of Waganupa Mountain, keeps them safe from the Saldu or Whiteskins. Now taller than his mother and approaching manhood, Ishi joins the men in the Witgurwa, preparing to craft his first hunting bow and become a strong Wenasi or warrior like Tamawi. Together, they select a juniper branch, shaping it carefully with rasps and knives, while grandfather warns that chopping can be heard from far away. The Saldu are always a threat, making trails and hunting on Yahi land. One day, Ishi spots a Saldu searching for gold and fears he may discover Ishi's traps. Tamawi warns him to place traps away from the trails. Ishi discusses the Saldu with gentle Tushi, noting that they are unlike real men, hairy like badgers, foul-smelling, and ignorant of how to keep water clean. As winter approaches, the group prepares for the harvest feast, gathering wood and covering the Wetgurwa, storehouses, and mother's house with fresh earth. They fill baskets with acorns, dried deer meat, smoked salmon, nuts, seeds, berries, tobacco, and herbs for curative teas. In the winter, the Saldu do not venture up the icy trails. During the snow moons, grandfather recounts tales of olden times and the arrival of the Whiteskins, describing his first encounter with a man on horseback whom he believed to be a Dawana, or crazy. Horrified, he saw scalps hanging from their belts. Grandfather, elder uncle, and Ishi's father fought off the first Saldu but could not repel them all, overwhelmed by their numbers and fire sticks. Ishi learns that his father taught villagers how to hide and distract the Saldu but was ultimately killed by them. 3 years pass. Ishi visits the old villages and caves, recalling the tragic fates of the people who once lived there. At Ancestor Cave, he finds his father's bones. Returning to Tuliyani, he is recognized as no longer a child in his mind but a man, and more than ever like his father. One day, Ishi witnesses a Saldu on horseback attempting to capture Tushi. He fires his bow, striking both horse and man. The horse dies, but the man escapes. Realizing their village is no longer safe, the group decides to leave Tuliyani. Tamawi and Ishi scout a new site, passing near Tamawi's old village, where Tamawi sets a Saldu storehouse ablaze. Settlers pursue them and Tamawi is killed. Ishi brings his body to Ancestor Cave, then discovers a large cave in a canyon, suitable for a new home, a former bear den they call Grizzly Bear's Hiding Place or Wanupo Mutetna. They settle into the House of Flint, but the grandparents soon die. Time passes and the Saldu press ever closer. One day they arrive at the cave. Mother cannot walk, Ishi hides while elder uncle and Tushi flee to the creek. The Saldu take the tribe's food and belongings but spare mother. Ishi later finds that elder uncle and Tushi drowned in the flood and mother dies. Alone and starving, Ishi leaves to visit the old lands, seeking the trail to the land of the dead. He awakens beside a Saldu slaughterhouse in Oroville, California, where a kind sheriff provides food and clothes. Unable to understand the sheriff and fearful of the Saldu, Ishi is comforted by a stranger, Mahapa, who speaks his language. When asked if he wishes to return to the Yahi world, Ishi responds that it no longer exists. Mahapa brings him to the museum Witgurwa, where Ishi befriends a doctor and his son, Malawal, teaching them hunting and bowmaking. Eventually, he agrees to revisit his Yahi homeland with them. Ishi lives in the museum for 4 years until his death from tuberculosis in 1916. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.